Hi guys, it's Frankie. Welcome to or welcome back to my YouTube channel. I wanted to make this video today. Actually, that's a complete lie. I didn't want to make this video today. I'm not feeling like myself. But do you know if I said that to my future self, she would be like, bitch, get the fuck up. Pause for a second. I'm not here for like toxic hustle culture. I am somebody that doesn't like excuses. I very rarely excuse myself, and I have such good discipline that I try to instill that on the people around me. And friends, if you're watching this, I'm really sorry. I know I probably push you sometimes, but I just love you and I want you to be on the same level as me and be as successful as me. So yeah, I try to keep friends disciplined too. I'm the best kind of friend to have. But the whole reason for this video today, to know your why. Like, do you know your why? And to some people, what even is a why? If you are on a self-development journey and you are new to the term, what is your why? Your why is something that must give you motivation when you have nothing in the tank. Your why is your reasoning for whatever it is that you're doing, your purpose, whatever it is you're trying to achieve, the life that you want to be proud of and what you want to fulfill. The why is something that you have that keeps you going. Let's speak honestly about business. Not everyone is disciplined. Not everyone can be a business owner. And that's not because of a skill set. That's just because you're probably somebody that doesn't want to be a student in the beginning. You don't want to learn something new. You'll make excuses. You won't have discipline, or you're just not cut out for it. You're not consistent enough. You don't have the facilities. That doesn't mean that you can't train yourself and teach yourself to have the facilities and to be a business owner. This is what I do in my community. A lot of the women in my community are already building something. They're just not consistent and they need the help. This is where I come in. I give them structure. I give them layouts. I give them motivation. And I help with discipline. But I cannot do the job for them. If you are somebody that is completely new to this lifestyle and you've never done this before, you're in for a hell of a ride, but you've got to enjoy the ride whilst you're on it. You can't just be thinking about the end goal all the time because you might not even get there. Your goals might change. The thing that you want right now when you're starting this new kind of journey and this new project, the goal that you want to achieve now might change in like 3-6 months' time. The vision for your business or your brand might completely change. So if you're always somebody that is like, I'll be happy when I have X, I'll be happy when I've done X amount of money, I'll be happy when I have X amount of followers, you're never going to be happy. Because I promise you, if you're always waiting for the end goal and the end thing, you're just going to let your life fly by. I am a big believer in enjoying my life whilst I'm building whatever it is. Because I'm going to be completely honest. I spent a hell of a lot of money in 2025. Should we see how much money I roughly spent in 2025? I won't give the exact figure because I don't want to look like I'm boasting. But what I'm trying to say to you is you have to enjoy your life whilst you are building a business, right? This year. Well, we're already on 5K for this year, 2025. Oh, that's not as much as what I thought it was going to be, actually. Bearing in mind, this is only in one of my bank accounts. Probably got about 12, some offshores, you know, wink, wink. 49 grand. 49,000. And you know what? I'm quite happy with that. I don't feel like that's... Listen, I lived. I went everywhere. I went to 7 countries, some multiple times. I went to festivals. I went on holidays. I went home for a little bit. Yeah, I lived. I'm going off a tangent here. What I'm trying to say to you is you cannot be somebody that is always thinking about the end goal. Your why has to be something emotional. And it has to be something to keep you going when you do not feel like doing the jobs that you have to do. You don't want to do it. Like, there's so many jobs that I have to do every single day. And I don't do well with like repetition. I feel like my days that are a bit more sporadic, I thrive in more. This tick list that I have to do, some of the jobs are so boring, but I get them done. And you know why? Because I have discipline. I have to do it. Nobody else is going to do it for me. And I always look at the bigger picture. If I don't do the work that I need to, and I just push it to the side, it's just going to build up and build up and build up. And then it becomes like soul destroying. That's when it becomes the crippling anxiety of, I don't know where to start. I'm feeling a bit manic. I'm suffocating and I'm drowning at the same time. All of those things can be avoided if you just do the shit you don't want to do. Make a to-do list, right? This is for everyone. This is coming from somebody that is unorganized, more organized now, but I used to be very unorganized. I used to lose everything. I still lose a few things now, actually, but I stay structured. There's also parts of me, and when I have a tick list, it itches and scratches every bit of my brain and satisfies me so much when I tick things off that list. You might not get the same feeling, you might not get the same dopamine hit, but I do. So I'm recommending you right now, write a list of all the things you need to do. Go on, write it. Once you have said list, I want you to prioritize the top 3 things that you need to get done. You might be on a time limit. You might need to give, I don't know, documents to your accountant for tax. You might have to pay a fine that's got a time limit on it. 3 things that are of the utmost priority, you're going to pop at the top of the list. The rest of them, you are then going to go from easy to hard. So what's the easiest jobs, what's the hard? And then you're going to start at the bottom. Ha ha. You think you're going to get it easy? No, you're going to start with the hardest first because that's so much more rewarding, ticking those off. This is why you need a why, because my new why, or part of my new why, is this. I don't know if you can see that properly. This is me on my business class flight that I took on Monday, I think the 19th of Jan. Monday the 19th of Jan. The reason that this is now part of my why is because the feeling that I got whilst I was on that flight is indescribable. So many people have flown business. Like, I'm not saying that the flying business was the highlight. Obviously it was, and it was amazing, and many people actually probably won't get to experience business class. Like, I'm super grateful for even being able to afford that and it not denting my bank. Like, I'm super grateful for how far I've come because that's always been one of my dreams, and it's one of my 2026 achievements on my vision board. It's one thing that I wanted to do. The feeling that I got when I was on that plane was just pure gratitude and happiness, because I was so grateful for the life that I've built for myself. I was happy that I was experiencing something that I'd never done before. I was present, I was in the moment, and I was proud, like literally so proud of myself. My old self and my old life could never. For me to be able to do that, coming from a council estate house, a council estate family, I used to sit, right, I got really emotional about this on the plane actually, and I recorded this. But the SD card wiped everything. I don't have any content that I've logged from that trip, but that's a conversation for another time. I got very emotional on this flight because I was thinking about the little version of me. I don't know how old I would have been. I'm going to guess between sort of 5, 6, maybe even 7 years old. My mum had a sofa in her bedroom and I never used to go out and play. I used to sit on that sofa in my mum's bedroom and just repeat Disney films, watch Disney films over and over and over and over. And I sat on the plane in business class. I put on Pocahontas and I cried because I felt like I was healing. Oh my God, don't get upset. I felt like I was healing my inner child. I wasn't a little girl in my mom's bedroom on the sofa watching those Disney films. I was me doing the same thing. I was eating food, munching away, watching the Disney film in a business class seat that I'd paid for myself from a business that I built. And it was just an indescribable feeling, I can't tell you. Now I look at this picture and I feel that feeling. of how proud I was. And I want that feeling all the time. When I'm working, and there are these days that I don't feel like doing anything. I don't feel like working. I don't feel like making videos. I don't feel like replying to clients. I don't feel like starting a whole new business from scratch, which I am. I look at that picture and I'm like, right, okay. And it reminds me that all of my accomplishments from the past 3 years have got me to that point. Your why could be completely different to mine. Like, that's part of my why. But also, I think about my family. Like, my mom and my sister are my best friends. Okay, now I'm going to get emotional. I want them to have an easier life. And I help out wherever I can. But I want it to be easy. Like, I want to change their life. And that is the next level for me. This is the next level that I'm going to get to. So that's part of my why. That picture is a reminder. I've got some more pictures. I'm not going to show everything, but I look at them all the time and that's my why. This is the whole reason why I'm doing what I'm doing. Your why could be that you want to achieve it for you. You don't want to work for anyone anymore. You don't want to be told when you can go to the bathroom or when you can have holidays or time off or when you can pick your kids up from school. You don't want to be reliant on anyone else. You want to be self-sufficient. Your why could be anything. It could be literally anything. I'm going to be completely honest. If you have a why and it is to be a business owner, just to say that you're a business owner or call yourself a CEO or something surface level shit, you are not going to last 2 minutes when you actually have a business that you need to run. I promise you that now. You will run away and hide and you will have a victim mentality. Nobody gives a shit. Nobody gives a shit about your sad little story and your struggles. So if you've thought about starting a business, you've thought about your why, now you really need to think of a purpose. Like, what is it that you want to do? And if you don't have a business idea, you don't have something that you're actually starting a startup or anything like that, the thing that I would recommend for you to do the most, work on your body, work on your mindset, educate yourself, and learn sales. Sales is in everything. Whether you are selling courses, whether you're selling actual products, sales is in everything. It helps you be better with people, understand how to speak properly, how to navigate conversations, and get your own way. That's ultimately what sales is. It's human psychology. I wouldn't be able to have my community without living this life that I live. Where would be my proof? Where would the experience come from? How would I have any depth in my conversations or any knowledge on subjects if I didn't experience it already? I've lived this life and I've done it alone. Like, I don't have handouts. I had a very good relationship previously with a partner that definitely pushed me. And that kind of person is somebody that you do need in your life. Now that I no longer have that person in my life, I have become that person for myself. And this is what I'm helping women do now. Letting year after year just pass by and you constantly wishing that you would have done something about it sooner. Just a little pep talk for anyone that is ready to take the next step. It's really not that scary. There's a quote that I absolutely love, and I posted it on a reel yesterday, and it says, "If you're worried about the cost of going for it, you should see the price of staying exactly where you are." It might be expensive. The idea that you have, it might be expensive to start. I could be an investor, I'm just saying. But what I'm also trying to say to you is time is going to pass anyway. Money comes back to you. Like me paying for that business class flight, I didn't think to myself, oh, I've wasted so much money and now I've not got content to show for it. I've not thought anything like that since taking the flight, since booking the ticket. I've thought about it as an investment to myself. Don't start buying designer fucking bags and shit when you have no capital. That is just a really bad relationship with money. I own one real designer handbag. One. She's my baby Louis Vuitton, bought her last year. Not about the bags and it's not about the value of the bag. The thing what I enjoyed the most about making that purchase was that I could make that purchase and not worry about it denting my bank account or feel guilt about making an expensive purchase, because that's what people do. They'll take credit cards out and take loans out and pay paying 3 payments for something that they could achieve with no guilt whatsoever, with no debt attached, if you just worked a bit harder. Maybe that's your why. Maybe you want to be that woman that can lavish herself in gifts and buy expensive stuff for herself and designer brands. Maybe that is your why. I'm telling you, without the emotional attachment of a why, you are not going to continue doing the hard work and doing the graft when you don't feel like it. Once you get past the initial fear of whatever it is you're wanting to start, and you start to do your branding, you start to do content creation, you start to look at products, you start to actually sell, and you're building this little thing. It's so rewarding and so exciting when you're actually in it. Like, it's hard, but nothing worth having is easy or cheap. The skills that you will learn and the journey that you will go on when starting a business and becoming the best version of yourself, it'll set you up for life. It's the biggest form of self-development anyone can ever do. I feel like a lot of people are so embarrassed to be seen trying. The only thing that's embarrassing, right, is if you start something and you don't stick to it. You tell everyone, oh, I'm starting this new business, I'm doing this, this, and this, and then a week later you decide not to continue. That's when it gets embarrassing. That's when it's loser behavior. If you keep going and going and going, you could start your first business, right, and it could fail. And all you need to do is go again. You start another business and you go again. A winner is a loser that tried one more time. I lost everything within the first year of business. And honestly, it's a good job I lost it in the first year, because I came back so much stronger and with purer, clearer visions on what it is that I was actually doing. Because my why, actually, probably at the beginning of my business journey, was to say I had a business. It was to say I was a CEO. And that surface level why and the reason for me for actually starting this business, apart from the money, would never have got me through everything else that I've been through since losing that business. But now I see it as such a different thing. Like, it's my life, it's my baby, it's let me travel, it's taken me around the world, it's built me to be this person that I am, it's taught me respect, boundaries, patience. It's completely priceless to me now. That's why I continue. I can't go back to a normal life. I think that's a good thing, because I know that I'll always be this person and I'll always have some idea. My brain just works on business all the time. Somebody will say an idea to me and I'll be like, right, you could do this as a business. You could do this. You should be doing this. And everyone's like, okay. But this is just how my mind works. Like, I'm always on that next thing, and I'm very entrepreneurial. But part of this pep talk was just to show you, like, I'm not perfect at making content. Look at my TikTok. It's shambles. It's everywhere. I just post. I'm consistent. I don't have any sort of clear structure, direction, fonts that I use, sounds that I use. I just make the content. But videos like this that I will be looking back on in, I don't know, 12 months, even 5 years' time, and to see where I'm at now and look at this picture and be like, oh, I know where I was. I was in Bali then. And I know the business that I'm talking about that I was growing. Look how it's turned out. That kind of feeling, knowing that I'm going to be looking back at these and I'm going to be at such a different stage of my life, is exciting. I don't fear the unknown. I embrace it. So you should be doing the same. It's only embarrassing if you quit. I do ramble a little bit in these videos because I'm just so passionate, but I know that this will change people's lives. Having the community that I own now, when I first started business, would have helped me so much. And I just know that women benefit so much more from having that there. So if you are somebody that is starting something completely new and you need some help, or you've been running your own business for a while, you're starting to plateau, you need more structure, you need discipline, you need someone to hold you accountable, this is the community for you. Sexy and Successful is life-changing for so many women, and I am a proud owner of that. Like, I have built this from the ground up. When I tell you that you have access to everything that is in my mind, and you will be able to build your life without the mistakes that I made, based on you and your needs and what it is that you want to achieve, it's tried and tested by me. look where I live. I live in Bali. I've been here just over a year now. I look after myself, my life, my mindset, my body. I'm single. I don't have any help, any handouts. I have the formula for success, and you will look very sexy whilst doing it. If you need any more information or if you have any questions, please drop me a comment below. I would really appreciate if you could follow too and share this with any friends that you think would benefit from a video like this. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.